Well, Coach, we were just talking about Halloween, so what's your favorite kind of candy?
Oh, I'm peanut butter cups all day. And my favorite candy bar, though, if you call it a candy bar, is a caramello. They get me every time. I mean it. It's phenomenal.
It's a wonderful answer.
Yeah, I can ask my wife what we gave out last night. I'm not exactly sure. We were out taking them out, so I think she just had the bucket of stuff. It's kind of grab your own. So hopefully they took plenty from the Dickert house.
Last Wednesday, remember you were not thrilled with practice. You didn't think the energy was good enough. What was the feeling like today?
I thought it was really good today. Especially on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, you could hear them. Especially in the red zone period, finishing strong, doing some really, really good things. And we're out here working, and we're only guaranteed, I think, 27 more days. I mean, this thing goes fast. I mean, seniors only got 3 more Wednesday work days. So don't take any of them for granted, right? Understand that this is the best time of their life. We're out here doing it together. We're working. We're pushing through. But we need to be a resilient team. I think that's the biggest thing through the last couple of weeks. We got to be more resilient through the ebbs and flows of the adversity of the game and keep believing through confidence that we're going to go out there and get it done. So this team has another opportunity on Saturday, and we're excited about taking advantage of it.
Just looking at the last few weeks and kind of, some of the struggles, tight ends have seemed to be giving you guys a problem, just opponent tight ends, I should specify. What have you maybe seen from that, and what's kind of the key to correcting that and kind of limiting those guys?
Tight ends in the pass game, run game, what are you talking about?
Specifically in the pass game.
Well, I just think they're doing some unique scheme stuff where they're getting them on some wheels, and it's eyes and it's communication. I believe that. In our back seven, our main issues have come from communication. And then when you don't communicate, you can't execute what your job is supposed to be. So I think they've done a good job schematically on a couple things, but those are big body guys going up there and making plays, and we got to be more sound in our coverage.
When you talk about that communication on the back end, where does that kind of start, and where does it kind of maybe need to be really adjusted?
Well, I think it just starts with, a lot of things that we're doing coaching-wise. We got to make sure we're putting them in better situations, demanding communication out of it, alerting certain things in the game plan. Like this week, we know who's going to be the motion guy. We got to communicate it pre-snap, and we got to know what we're getting to. So, we got experienced guys in the back end, and we just got to communicate more.
We talked to Buddha yesterday, and he was telling us how it all went down with him finding out that he was going to be starting, and he was saying that he was just over the moon, and he called his dad and whatnot. Do you remember how you kind of arrived at that decision and kind of what you felt or why that was kind of the right move for you guys?
Well, I just think at the time we were always looking for ways to get better, I think, as a team. And I think you're at that point in the season too. Let's see what some of these young guys can do. He's earned it every step of the way, and more experience. Sometimes you're going to make some of those young mistakes, but you're going to learn and grow, and it's going to be better for your future. So we feel he's very instinctive in the box. We feel Kyle gives us sometimes a little bit better opportunity and space to put him at Mike. So it's a combination of a couple different things, but those 3 guys will be rotating, and we feel like we got 3 starters.
When you say he's kind of learning, some things as he gets older, what do you kind of mean by that?
Well, I just mean when you're in the freshman, redshirt freshman, the core of the system. Right, and then like on Saturday, there was things that are moving really fast for him. And then when you do that, you're thinking, you're not playing and reacting. And I think that's what we saw. And then eyes kind of get all over the place a little bit. So that's good for a young player to go through that. You make mistakes, you get on the tape, and you're not, exactly proud of the performance. And then you got to find ways to get better. So I think he's done that this week, and looking forward to him performing well.
Do you have any more clarity on Nakia or Shaw?
Well, right now they're day-to-day. They're out here kind of running around a little bit in some yellow jerseys, so we'll see kind of what happens on game day.
Are you rolling with Javen over if Shaw can't go?
Absolutely, yeah. Javen and Cam have been really steady and stable, and he's been working and waiting for his turn too, and he needs to keep proving himself as well.
Anything new on DP and Quinn?
Both of them will be out this week. Q, we hope to get back. He's back in the weight room working out. We hope to get him back next week. Same thing with DP. I think he's on schedule to do that, and we'll see kind of, sometimes with those high ankles you get a little stagnant period, but right now he's still climbing and right on pace.
And then any other guys you're not expecting to have this weekend?
Nope, that's about it.
You want to ask about the receivers a little bit. We saw kind of, I think this past week was the biggest rotation we'd seen, and a lot of guys, I think it ended up being 9 pass catchers, including the tight ends, and the running backs. Is there more of an emphasis to get more guys involved, so where Josh is getting touches and Zion's getting touches, and we saw Isaiah have his best game as a Coug as well?
Isaiah did have his best game as a Coug, period. And we acknowledged that with the team. I thought he went out there and gave a ton of effort. To me, it's about speed and effort. And I thought there's a few games in there where we weren't playing at max capacity. So you're telling me that we need to rotate more so you can play at a higher level and speed. So Zion goes in there against Oregon and does some good things. Josh has always been waiting his turn, has been doing some good things out here, so let's get him some reps in some certain packages. So it was a bunch of stuff, Jamie, just to make sure we understand there's a certain way we need to play. There's a certain effort level we need to play with. And if you're not doing it, it's because you're tired. So let's rotate and get you out a little bit more. So, and then what are the young guys going to do with those opportunities? Every day is an opportunity to come and get better. So I liked what those guys have done so far.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys, go Cougs.